Alright, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tom. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It is finally back. I'm not even kidding this time. It has been over a year since I played this, and I'm glad that I'm finally back in this game, but, bro, I'm just gonna jump right back in here because I know that you guys
All of
missed
his
this game.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know. Yeah, the last time we did the new content, now it looks like new content. Well, there were a couple endings that I didn't take care of yet that I
As
still
Stanley
need
came to a
to.
set of
I'm
two
gonna take
open
care of that
doors, he
first.
entered the door on his left.
One of them is...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped
Hello.
into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
Are you
around
sure about
and got
that?
back on track. There was nothing here.
Relaxing
No
in here.
choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
I
No
have my
reason
thoughts.
to still be here.
Yeah, the last time I played this game, it was last May, and then I got into the whole
that Stanley was
Black
still just
Mesa
sitting in the broom
stuff.
closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Bro, I have everything to interact with. You don't even know. I have my bros with
Are
me.
you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least
No,
you would
I
have had
don't
a reason
realize
for
that.
exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I can sit in here for literally 99,999,999 centillion centuries.
Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite. I hope your friends find this concerning.
What?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
What
He
the?
probably only got the job because of a family
Bro.
connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
How dare you? What I do around here, I do your job.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Bro, even if there were like 999 million trillion centillion players, I'm sure that all of them would love to stay in here for as long as... Well, I'm literally not even at liberty to say. Alright.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that?
You too? Unbelievable.
Yep.
I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Yes. Wait a second.
All of his co-workers
Are
were
you
gone.
sure about
What
that?
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Are you sure about that?
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Alright, alright, alright. That's all. Alright. But yeah, I stopped playing this game, I guess, because I want to try and get some friends on here, but you know, everyone was busy at the time,
All of
so
his
I guess
co-workers were gone.
I
What could
decided
it
to miss
mean?
this game.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Ha ha ha!
Stanley decided to go up
Smart.
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He played me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yo!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Nope. Not even after 999 centillion, undecillion, uncentillion years.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Even after infinity, Googleplex tranquility.
2845.
Yo! Yo! Bobby. Did I speak to Bobby? Bobby.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, look at that. Alright, but there is one achievement along here that I failed to complete.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No thanks.
Whoops, nope.
Aha.
Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the
I
elevator
quit.
and went back up.
I quit.
Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
No, me neither. What trap do you have for me? When a spider licked me? Need a jack?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways you could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other.
Where'd Bobby go?
Weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Oh, I come up with everything. Nah.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
What did you do to Bobby? What did you do?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Uh-oh. What? This is the best ending so far.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Oh, no. No, this is gonna be like a newspaper or something. I know this game came out a couple years ago, but...
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
What?
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Yeah.
I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Want to take over the whole operation. Gonna have to try harder than that. Negative.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize?
What are you doing?
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Yes.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Yeah.
To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good, we're here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Stanley's time to shine. Bobby better be there.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Bobby, I'm coming. I'm coming, Bobby. Oh, shit! Yo! Bobby, you're there! Uh-oh. Is Bobby still there? No, okay, that was the famous ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm trying to think. Did I get all the other endings? I think I did. Alright.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
You better. I seriously hope Bobby's okay. This looks like where I was last episode.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, ha, ha! Yes! Finally!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience.
That
Built
IMAX
from
from
the ground up.
2011.
Why there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Uh-oh. Yes. Finally, after all these years. Yes.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
And this says the name, player that's playing the game, hear your name. Yes.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Uh-oh.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Gotta be kidding me.
Let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
That's a
Just
disappointment.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I want to be stupid
I want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
No thanks, I am not Jim. Never was a Jim, never will be a Jim. This guy's playing with me.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Jim. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are. Jim.
Right? Still can't jump.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
And this says the name of the player that's playing the game. Jump Circle? The hell is this dude playing at? What the?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Six.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
It's an infinite hole. What's this? Jump Circle.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll
about
get out
the
of your head
exit.
now.
Aha.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Infinite hole. What?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Right. Oh, crap.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
No thanks.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
Uh-oh.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look,
Maybe I am.
things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just wait here
I don't
and
think
you-
so.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in
Maybe
there
it
than you
is.
did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Since when has there been a ceiling here? I think I'm good, Mr.
Gosh,
Sir.
How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any
2
shorter.
p.m.
Well, there it is. The shame
Aha.
of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you?
Think not.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not doing anything.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure?
That is affirmative.
Well, I mean, I really don't have
Uh-oh.
an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
I'm stuck in here.
Nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to
No.
be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
No.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
No. You
Take
stay
care,
here.
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
No, no. I take back everything I said about you before. Let me out of here. This bitch left me. Alone. Alone. Forever. Left me here for 1,000,000, trillion, decillion, centillion years. Make that centillion Googleplex infinity. I'm just sitting here in my dreams, sinking deeper into my dreams. I'll never escape. I'll never actually meet the girl that's just right for me. It's just me dreaming forever for double, triple Googleplex infinity. What have I become? What have I become? Just me, with my only thoughts and dreams, just sitting here. What on earth has my life become? I'm not even on Earth anymore. I'm just sitting here, in a hole in the utter vacuum. Oh. Thought it was over. Thought it was over. There's Samus's great-grandson.
Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle.
No. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, well, that is the infinite hole ending. All right, well, I think I'm going to end off here. We hit like 35 minutes of video, so those were some neat endings. The hole ending, the Stanley Parable 2, gotcha. All right, I'm going to end off right here. I love you guys. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night. Have a good night. Peace out.